He's coming off an amazing win over one Junior Dos Santos. Let's say hello now to Francis Ngannou, who I do believe was in attendance on Saturday. Francis, ça va, mon ami?
Ça va très bien, et toi, Ariel?
Ça va très bien. Congratulations, félicitations on the last one. You know, it's amazing that we're talking to you today, Francis, because exactly 1 year ago, International Fight Week, you were booed out of the building. Everyone was saying you were done. Brock Lesnar saying you were done. Here you are a year later, 3 straight wins, under 71 seconds. How did you do it, my friend? How did you get over that moment to go on this run now?
You know, first of all, thank you. And also thank you for the support because you didn't let me down. I know that. And you were some of those guys who keep to believe in me, and that was very important, you know. But come back to the real story. That all what my life is about, you know. Always have to overcome obstacle, and that for me was just some obstacle. It was just some experiences, some bitter experiences, and I knew that I gonna build from that experiences to make to do something great,
Do you
become better.
Do you remember how you felt that night in Las Vegas after the Derrick Lewis fight when you were at T-Mobile? Do you remember what you were saying to yourself, what your coaches were saying as you were going to try to figure this out and get back on track?
Yes, I still remember. And what I remember the most is what was going on in my mind in that fight, you know. And that's where I can figure out that I wasn't present in that fight, you know. I was still in the learning process. And that's why we are here today because I learned from that. I learned from that two losses.
What was the biggest lesson that you learned?
You know, I learned how to handle fight, how to um, prepare. I learned how that fighting is not just about um training. You know, training might just be 40% of fighting business. Then you have the mental part, which is very important, the emotional part, which is very important, and yeah.
And now, I mean, could you have ever envisioned this? 3 straight knockouts against top contenders, against former champions, Cain, Velasquez, JDS. Like, if I would have told you a year ago, don't worry, Francis, everything's going to be okay. You'll turn it around. Would you have believed me that it would be like this exactly a year later?
Yes, I would have believed you because despite everything, I never doubt in myself. I knew that I was having a trouble handling myself, but you know, at some point, I had to recognize that I'm not bad. You know, otherwise I couldn't make it in this point in 5 years. So that means I had something, and what is happening to me was just what is just what happened to everybody. You know, just struggling. I didn't have a chance to experience that uh, earlier because I wasn't a athlete growing up. I didn't have a athlete education, but you know, I know it's gonna come, and it's more to come.
Yeah, and we'll get to what is to come in a second. I'm just curious the confidence that you had going into the Stipe fight. Like after you knocked out Alistair Overeem, it seemed like you were riding high. Can you compare the confidence that you have right now to the confidence that you had going into that fight? Like, are you more confident now after experiencing all this than you were going into the first title fight?
Okay, so the thing with that title fight, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't even know what were my feelings about that fight. I can't even remember because when I knocked out Alistair, like 2 days after, I just had a call from the USA. We started to talk about the Stipe fight. So I didn't everything mixed up. I didn't have time to figure things out. So right after that, I think I kind of lost what was my feelings, you know. So I don't know exactly what was my feeling at the time.
Okay.
But now I kind of like trying to understand, like trying to connect to my feeling and trying to find out what is happening and deal with it.
Of the 3 wins that you've had, which one are you most proud of?
I think it was the first one against Curtis Blaydes because that was after 2 losses. You
Yeah,
know, the taste of winning was very far away.
I understand that. Yeah, I had a feeling that you were going to say that. Going into this fight, you didn't train with your old coach, Fernand Lopez. Why?
No, because he's in France, and so one of the mistake that I think I did basically for that title fight, I didn't give a chance to work with people here, and you know, when I get the call from the UFC, I was rushing, doing everything, like trying to go back to France, everything together, and that cost me a lot. I think that was a part of my failure.
Okay. Are you done with him, or in the future will you continue to work together?
Uh, we can still work together. I mean, like, but when I'm in Vegas, I'm in Vegas. I'm gonna be in Vegas. You know, I'm 2 foot in, no 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Right. Have you been told that your next fight will be for the belt?
Well, that's a big issue. It seems like they don't want to answer that question. There's still like speculation. I don't know why. Or for me, he seemed to be evidence. But for the UFC, they're still like, we will see. I don't know what that means exactly at the end, but that's what I'm waiting for.
Are you confused by this? I mean, what more do you need to do? Who do you need to beat?
No matter who is, I want to fight for the title,
Yeah.
and I think that's the point. You know, I'm not backing down to fight somebody, so everything's okay.
Have you or your management spoken to the UFC about where they stand?
I mean, like right after the fight, I was still in the octagon when I talked to Dana, and he said the same thing. He said, "Yes, let's see how this fight plays out in August." You know, so nobody want to like confirm. Nobody want to say yes.
Was
We
that the
haven't.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said we haven't heard the word yes yet.
Was that the first time you spoke to him in several months?
Yes, the first and the last one. I mean, except of the weigh-in.
Right. Wait, that the first time and the last time?
Yes, that
Well,
was the first time.
yeah, in like since your title fight.
Yeah, yes.
Wow.
You know, yeah.
That's
I
that
I don't speak to him too much.
wha-
I speak mainly with Hunter.
with Hunter Campbell, yes.
Yeah,
Maybe it's time for a sit down.
I think so. But I mean, we done all what we have to do, and then I think it's up to them. We are waiting for it. But first of all, I think we have to wait and see how it plays out in August. Then we will talk about what's going on.
My theory was that if Stipe wins, they'll do the rematch, but if Daniel wins, he's going to vacate the title and either retire or one fight against John Jones. What do you think?
I mean, if Stipe wins, yes, they can do the rematch, but not right away. The rematch don't supposed to be right away. I mean, last year Daniel win, and they are doing the rematch, but Daniel has fought again. You know, so he doesn't mean to be back to back. Why we are here waiting? You know, and if Daniel wins and they want to do him with John Jones, yes, they can do it with John Jones. But I think I'm first in the line, and I could fight him. Then after that, he can fight John Jones.
Who would you rather fight? Who would you rather win that fight so that you can fight him for the belt? The rematch or DC?
Okay, okay. So the thing is like Um, First, if I have to fight both of them, I would say I would like to fight a Stipe. I would have so I can have the belt when I left where I left it. But when I think other ways, if Daniel win too, it would be good for me to fight him before he retired. Because it seems like he's gonna be retired. He's gonna retire soon, so I would like to fight him before he retired. Otherwise, Stipe will be the good one for me. Then after, we'll see what's going on.
Who do you think wins that fight on August 17th?
August 17, I think he's not gonna play the same way. He's not gonna play the same way as he played the last time. But I could say DC will win this fight, maybe by submission or something.
Okay.
But I don't think this fight is gonna plays out as the first one.
And you were at UFC 239 on Saturday, right?
Yes.
What did you think of John Jones?
Well, I think John Jones just fight like he just had a very intelligent fight, and then since Thiago didn't break down, because at some point I was expecting Thiago to like break down mentally, but he was tough, he was present, and then he didn't give that open space to Jones to to execute him.
Do you feel at some point you will fight John Jones?
If he moves up to the heavyweight, yes, definitely. I mean, there are no way that could happen if he that couldn't happen if he moves up to the heavyweight. I'm definitely gonna fight him because I'm in the top in the division of him, and if he moves up, we're both gonna be in the same sport, and we will kind of have a conflict of interest. So at this point, we have to put it down.
And by the way, I love that video that you had that you put out around the NBA draft of you and Zion Williamson as his long lost brother. That was amazing. Who came up with that?
Well, I have a good management team,
Yes.
so they have a lot of good idea like that.
Did you enjoy doing
I
that?
wasn't personally, no, I didn't. I didn't want to do it, and they was like, "He's gonna be fun. Trust us. It's gonna be fun." Then I'm like, "Okay, do it." But at the end, it came out to be a fun video. People really love it.
Yes. Have you ever seen him play, Zion Williamson?
Of course, I mean, it makes me like became fan of basketball because he's very impressive.
He's
Very
in
fun
Las
to watch.
Vegas. He's in Las Vegas right now.
I know he was. I don't know if he's here right now, but we're gonna catch up. We're gonna meet up like a real brother, not like a random people in the street.
That's right. Yeah, I hope you guys meet because I think you're both managed by the same company, CAA. So I think that would make a lot of sense to have you guys together. Do you see
Yes.
the resemblance there between you two? Do you see that you look alike?
Mm, yeah, I mean, few time people call me Zion, but people called me more like Khalil Mack than Zion.
Wait, who's that? Who do they call you?
Khalil Mack,
Oh, Khalil Mack.
the
Okay.
foot,
Yeah,
yeah, the football player.
that's right.
People
Wow.
always people always stop me like to say, "Hey, are you Khalil Mack?" I'm like, "No." That's how I knew who was Khalil Mack because I didn't know him. Then I check out, and I'm like, okay, you might have some resemblance.
Are you hopeful that you'll fight again this year?
Yes, definitely. I mean, my plan was to fight 3 times this year, and I fought twice, and I'm injury free, and we are still what July. We still have like more than 5 months ahead. So yes, I would like to fight November, December, something like that.
Okay. Will you be going to Anaheim to watch that fight?
No, unfortunately, I will not be here. I will be in Africa, enjoying my family
Okay.
and running my foundation.
All right. Well, good luck over there, Francis, and congratulations on the win. 2 weekends ago, and just what you've been able to do over the past year. It's nothing short of amazing, my friend, and it's incredible because everyone counted you out. They booed you out of the building. They kicked you while you were down, and you didn't listen to any of them, and you turned it all around. So well done to you, my friend.
Thank you. This wasn't the first. This wasn't the first time that I have to face this obstacle that I have to challenge. At first, nobody didn't believe me that I could do this sport. I can do a sport at this level. I mean, even my family, knowing that all the love that they have for me, but they didn't believe it. So I have to prove them. I have to do things on my way to bring them in the table.
You have done just that. Thank you for the time, Francis. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Ariel. Talk to you soon.
Hello, everyone. It's Ariel Helwani. I just came here to thank you for watching our ESPN YouTube channel. It's the best. You know what else is the best? The ESPN app. You can get highlights, analysis, all that stuff and more. And if you want premium content and live streaming sports, there's only one place for all of that. It's ESPN Plus.